the one that just hung up. I ain't hang up.
No, I didn't hang up on you. Okay, well, I just don't understand why you keep this going. Like you are happy in a relationship, so I don't understand why you keep like tormenting me. Like everything I could do for you, I did do for you. I went out my way for you. I like did everything that I could do for you. And why are you treating me like this? I'm not talking about you anymore. I don't talk shit about you, nothing. Of course, when you come at me, I'm gonna come back at you because you talk about me and you fucking down me so much. And then you have the nerve to get on there with fucking Nisi, that fucking rat ass bitch. I would never get on fucking social media with a bitch that fucking. Oh my god, bro. Look at.
Don't you have a new dude that you fucking with, Liv? Like, I mean.
No, you have a new bitch. You have a new bitch.
But don't you have a new Jamaican dude? That's a police officer, security, whatever.
That is neither here nor there. You're the one who moved on, and you're the one who.
So this is my fault, right?
No, I'm not blaming you. You moved on because obviously you wanted to move on. I'm not blaming you for that. I'm just saying you obviously didn't want this anymore because you moved on. So my whole thing is, you know how much I loved you and I cared about you. So why are you still dragging me?
Because I felt the same way about you. And you hurt me just that bad, so that's why I'm dragging you.
Okay, but how do you move on so fucking quickly?
Because I'm good. I don't want to be hurt no more. That's why I'm good.
Don't say that you felt the same way
Okay.
when you moved on in 5 seconds.
All right. So is that it? I mean, oh, not to mention you lying about being pregnant with my child. That was the icing on the cake.
You didn't give a fuck anyway.
What you mean I didn't give a fuck? That was the reason I came back. But you don't clearly see shit that I did, so I'm good on that.
No, I do see shit that you did, but then it's like,
now you see.
You Trump good shit.
Now you
no,
see.
I seen it then. I seen it then. That's why you were back because I know who you are, but you just have this way about you. It's like you just have to fucking shit on me, and I don't understand why.
Yeah,
I'm not
because
your fucking enemy,
that's
bro.
what people do when they've been hurt by the person that they gave a fuck about at
No,
one
that's
point
what
in time.
you do. Don't say that's what people do. That's what you do when you get hurt. You have to hurt somebody way worse than you think you were.
Listen, just enjoy your new dude and your new life and be happy with your kids. I'm good, okay?
Okay. You're good? Okay.
So, folks, there you have it. It's just hilarious to me because essentially it sounds like she's a victim of her own doing. She's talking about how she did all this and this and that for him, yet her children have yet to go to Disney World or Legoland. She was walking around this summer with orthopedic shoes, sandals on. Um, she neglects her children when it comes to their appearance, yet she's talking about all she's done for this man that she did not know. Um, and why are you worried about somebody talking about you on the internet? Bitch, first of all, your reputation is already trash. You're not known for anything in these YouTube streets other than being some old fat ass broad running back and forth to the dollar store for a damn pregnancy test. And looking down your nose at other bitches talking about bragging because you got kids by one man, and then, you eventually got married. Okay, whoop de whoop. Congratulations on that. Now you on your way to divorce just a few years later. Um, and I say that not in judgment, but as a um, what's the word I'm looking for? Can't think. But not, I'm not saying that as a judgment, but it's a warning that you need to watch what you say and watch what you do. And obviously, you having to learn that lesson the hard way. Um, because yet again, see, my problem is my issue with Olivia is that she has two daughters. I mean, the son is just as impressionable. He's going to definitely learn what not to do. Or, well, I shouldn't say what not to do, but the negative aspects of being a woman from her, as well as the daughters. But it's just, boys and girls they're different. And, just to witness her, and mind you, I don't watch her videos. I'll, the most I might watch is 15 seconds. I'm in and I'm out. Um, just to kind of get a little gist of what the fuck was going on. But baby, I trust and believe. I'm reading Lipstick Alley and watching reactors, just like the rest of us, most of us that ain't willing to take one for the team. 'Cause I damn sure ain't willing to take one for the team. Um, but again, like I said, Liv, you don't have no. Your reputation has been ruined by you. Um, you don't need to worry about what Zolo doing, whether regardless if he's talking about you or not. Worry about being a mom to your children. Worry about getting to that bag, making videos that um making some kind of quality videos. Or even, you know what I'm saying? Like she she could be going out on dates and making videos like that. You know, I did a little video where I was chatting with some guys on a website, and I was just kind of sharing my experience with that. If I was a vlogger, I would um take y'all on some dates with me. Like, bitch, ain't nobody paying to take you no fucking where. Not even for coffee. Not even for coffee. I gotta use I don't know what kind of accent that is, but I'm using it. Coffee. I mean, bitch, where the bars at in Florida, bitch? Can't you go to a bar and get your Mac on? You don't always, I mean, girl, your quality of men that is available to you is just like the men I show in my videos. 9 times out of 10, they prisoners or on their way out of prison or in the halfway house, just like you find them. Um, I ran into an ex friend of mine a couple weeks ago, and he was like, "Let's go out for drinks and stuff." And again, like I said, if I was a vlogger, I would have vlogged it and stuff. But that's not what I do. So it would be nice if we could see a little bit of the dating process. But it's clear and concise that Liv does not have those options. I'm sorry. Yo, all I can think of is Kevin Samuels roasting the dog shit out of her. Anyway, she could do some free stuff with her kids. Um, Miss Boss bitch. She's so bossed up. She, as far as content goes, do free shit with your kids. It's all kinds of stuff out here you could be doing. Taking them to the fucking African American History Museum, bitch, because God knows your ass is so damn mixed up. I mean, and not just because you mixed, bitch, it's because you choose to be ignorant about your history. If your daddy is who your mama say he is, if he even fucking black, but that's neither here nor there. You have black children. Um, yeah, so I took my son to the African American. I've been to several African American history museums. Just the museum in general. It's kids museums where they can go and do all kinds of stuff. At the end of the day, bitch, you a single mom. Just accept that shit. You don't have a man to put on here to be trying to the invisible man. And as far as again, like I said, Liv talking about what Zolo do on here online, as if it matters what he says about her, bitch. You are an embarrassment all by your damn self. You didn't need Zolo. I mean, the situation with him added to the mess, but you was already a mess. And, a lot of us are messes, but we don't put that shit on camera. Um, you could be playing at this point, bitch, you single. Live in that shit, accept it, and be okay with being with yourself first. You go from being with Jerrod, cheating back and forth, cheating, getting married, cheating some more, cheating, to being separated. Now he's with somebody, you jumped with somebody, and somebody, and somebody. What the fuck? These kids gotta be looking like. I mean, these kids have had. Okay, so far, for a fact, we know that they were introduced to Brandon and fucking Zolo. Were they introduced to the other neckers that she was messing around with? Did the kids meet them too? The fuck? At the end of the day, bitch, to you and your grimy ass, disgusting ass subs, you are still a married fucking woman. I don't care if he goes on and bees with 20 bitches. You, I mean, I shouldn't say that, but at this point, you are the primary caregiver, and the kids have to watch you the most. Granted, Jerrod got his faults, but he been consistent with that one woman, you know, and that's the least the children can say. My when they get grown, because I have a grown daughter. I have, my son is 12. Your kids are still little. I got I got some wisdom in that area. When your kids get grown, and even, you as a child becoming an adult, probably watching your mother do God knows what. You're going to grow. You probably had all kinds of questions and feelings about the way your mother did the things that she did. And the fact that your father wasn't there. And you um, what's the, God, I can't think of my words. You want to pass the same generational curse down to your children. It's just it's just weird. You're really strange. Um, and you justify it, you know. I mean, because at the end of the day, I know for a fact you believe your happiness matters. And to a certain extent, okay, we can go with that. But you have responsibilities ultimately. And those are your children, of course. And um, instead of chasing dick, you should be showing them how you're chasing your dreams, how you're chasing how to be still and comfortable with being in your own skin. Liv, you need counseling, you need help. And that's coming from a person that's had to have a little therapy myself, child. I wouldn't try to suggest nothing that, well, now that I've experienced therapy, I would definitely recommend it for everybody. For a period of time at least. You just need somebody to talk to and get your thoughts together. You're like a wounded puppy and you won't admit it. I mean, you have admitted that you ran back and forth to Texas. I give you kudos for admitting that you chased after your husband, and that is respectable because you wanted to make your family work after you destroyed it. And I say you, um, because there's a scripture in the Bible, if we want to get biblical for a second here, um, about a woman in her mouth, and your tongue being like a two-edged sword. And not to give Jerrod a pass for cheating, but a lot of times, the way women act, a man will look elsewhere. And then, yeah, that becomes your fault, bitch, because you should be treating your husband, you know, um, making sure your husband is just as secure as you are in your marriage. But that's neither here nor there because I am not one to be giving marriage advice. Um, and I'm assuming I never heard anything about y'all going to marriage counseling, getting counseling before you got married, during or after, which is another reason for the demise of your marriage. Um, but what really bothers me is just the disdain, the what's the word? Oh my God, y'all! I don't know what's wrong with my brain. The the disregard for those girls and the way you just your mush mouth, nasty mouth just says whatever in front of these innocent little children. And they gonna turn out to be just like you. Especially if you are going to be the full time influencer as well as so called YouTube influencer that nobody ever fucking heard of. Um I don't think, as far as I know, nothing you've done went viral. Um you haven't been on any major platforms where anybody's asked to interview you on any type of blogs, well-known blogs or anything like that, Olivia. So you can continue to gas your head up. None of this should matter to me, but for you to claim to be this influencer and you're this and that, and you're this boss bitch, you don't have, I don't see it. I mean, show me some receipts. Like Whitney Houston said, I want to see the receipts. Um, and just real quick, I'm almost done. It's 20 minutes. About the Mamiana gang. It's a lot I could say about that. About the yeah. But I won't. But I will say that what came to mind was that when they did have that little, that group going on or whatever, um, and granted, Liv was always a hater from the beginning. Granted, she gonna say she don't like women. She can't be supportive. That's another thing. You don't know how to be supportive. You don't know how to be a friend. You're a hater from the what you call it, seats. You just a hater. And you're not about women empowerment. It's all about, somebody giving you kudos and acknowledging you and supporting you. But you could never be in a position where you, uplifted another woman without, you know, dogging her behind her back. Because that's just, and I don't know this personally, but I can gather this information just from based off of what I've read and what I've seen and what I heard about you. Nothing good comes from you. You wrecked your home. You didn't graduate high school. You faked it. You lied. You buy fake diplomas online, fake pregnancy tests. Like, what about you is real, bitch? Why don't you sit down and do a video talking about your journey of becoming a divorced woman? Your good days, your bad days, um, things you do to self improve. I know working out is you act like you're allergic to that, but I don't know, maybe you can write in a diary and start reading your diary off, what you will. Real genuine thoughts. Liv, you gotta dig deep. You really gotta dig deep and stop being so fucking superficial and carrying on like what's that girl? When I heard you talking earlier, that B Simone. Girl, and all that and period. Yo, it's just so like I can't even. I can't. Like my 24-year-old, well, Liv, you only 6 years older than my daughter, but my 24-year-old got more common sense. And she bagged. Well, for one thing, she ain't got no kids, but I'm just saying. So she come and go as she please. And that's why Jerrod got that damn, and that's another thing, why Jerrod got that damn snip, because he was tired of looking at your ass getting knocked up, knowing good damn well you wasn't gonna sit around. You wasn't gonna be no helpmate like the Bible say, bitch. Your ass wanna sit around and collect. And by the time he realized that shit, y'all was already on your third child, so he's like, "Fuck this shit. I'm about to take care of this shit." And what was I about to look up? So basically, that right there just goes to show like he realized he fucked up. And I'm not saying I know men get snipped and stuff because they want to be able to afford the kids that they have to a certain extent. But I think he really finally realized your ways and that you just, I mean, because okay, let me say this. I'm going to make it for 30 minutes. I'm not going to make it longer than 30 minutes. I'm going to just add this too. What I notice about people in relationships, and granted, I'm single. I have a lot of regrets. I wish I could go back, but I can't. So, Here it goes. When Liv and Jerrod was together, like y'all faked this whole house thing. You know what I'm saying? On top of the GED, but y'all faked the house. You know, I don't really know the car situation besides, you having an older Benz. But where was the team building at? See, that's what I envision if I ever get married. Now that I'm older now and I realize that I wasted my youth being Miss Independent. Not even sure if I would have did it the right way, but when I think of marriage, I think, or people being in a long-term relationship, where is the building of the wealth at? You sit up there and you have 3 kids, which is all good and dandy. Power to the people. It's better than to run into the abortion mill where, millions of black babies get aborted every goddamn day. So thank God for your 3 beautiful black children. But what I'm saying is, people, like I know I have close persons to me that's with her baby daddy. They live together. And she's, what, 26, 27 years old. And they've been together probably about 5 years or so. Well, she's like 28. Yeah, my 24, 28. She's 28. She's been with her dude. And they live in an apartment. She works at Taco Bell. And, she's a cute little girl. The boy is cute. And I don't mean to go off on a tangent, y'all. Just bear with me. I'm going to bring it back full circle, I hope. But I just wonder, like, when they always say 2 heads is better than one, right? So, at some point you gotta be saving, you gotta be working towards a goal. I mean, and being able to obtain certain milestones in your life, but to each his own. Because I also have a relative that's been with her significant other, never got married. Um, it's been 24 years, same age as my daughter, actually, how long they've been together. And this person still will say to this day, oh, I'm doing this, and that for my wedding. Bitch, he ain't asked you to marry him. And he ain't gonna never ask you not 24 years later. And at the end of the day, after 24 years, you still live in an apartment. You still living check to check, borrow money from me oh my God, borrow so much money from me. Pay me back now, granted. And this person is 50 years old now, mind you, I'm single. I'm a, I'm single. But anyway, it's just the constant, like, can't get right. What's the purpose of you being in a relationship? I don't get that. I don't get that. And I know, one thing I know that we all pretty much know about Jerrod is that he was a hardworking man. He did, end up marrying Liv. And it was kind of up to her to, um, not just, I don't know. It's like attitude plays a big part in your mindset. She's this boss bitch. But they acquired nothing together. Nothing that can be shown. And I'm not saying materialistic is, what it is, but you couldn't keep your husband. And, you know, Hey. So anyway, on that note, it's 30 minutes and I'm out of here. Feel free to hit the like, share, subscribe on your way in, on your way out. And yeah, I guess that's it. I'll be back for more. All right, y'all. Peace.